What's going down, people? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you are actually new here, my name is Jack. Allow me to introduce myself. I produce weekly content, daily content even, based around video editing, videography, and how to make money making videos. Subscribe now if that sounds interesting to you. Today we're talking about a very simple concept called shooting to edit. When you're shooting the video, you are thinking about the edit. Boom! A mind blower, hands down. But to be honest, this is sort of spurred because I've just been shooting in Scotland for a week. That's right, no particular booking or anything like that, not a client project, but I went on a vacation with my family. Haven't been on a vacay with the family in a good couple years, and we went to Scotland and kind of explored Scotland, met up with my older brother who, you know, full-time lives in New York, haven't seen him in a couple years, and shot some dope stuff. Now, a lot of this stuff, you know, I was able to make really nice transitions essentially by shooting to edit, right? So I'm shooting and I'm thinking about the edit the whole time. I'm thinking about what I can potentially shoot and the things I can use in my environment that can, you know, obviously then create a nice transition or an effect or you know, blend together nicely. I don't know, you know, a million possibilities basically, right? And I just want to basically push this into your head a little bit more today. So this is definitely a little bit more for my beginner videographers. And I got a couple example clips to show you, right? How if you're shooting to edit, your edits naturally, obviously even, are going to be nicer and they're going to be smoother, and you're obviously going to be able to, you know, be a little bit more effective as an editor and as a videographer and make nicer projects all in general. So all positives, right? On screen right now, here's a clip that I shot, right? This is going to be one of the main examples I'll be using, right? And in this particular clip, I purposely kind of, when I think the clip has kind of ended or like a nice, you know, movement in the clip has ended, something I'm going to actually be able to translate into, you know, a 2-second clip in the video, I'll go behind an object and I'll fully cover the screen with that object so that, you know, you can see one thing on one side of the object and the object goes in fully in front of the frame. And then, you know, obviously in the original clip, you now see that, you know, it's the same thing when you go past that object, which is a tree. It's just more forest. But what you can use is you can use the masking tool and you can, you know, completely throw in your next clip as soon as we go past this object, and you can use the object as like a tool to carry us into the next scene. Now, it works even better and even more, you know, smooth essentially if both of your scenes are obviously kind of similar color patterns. For example, I did this kind of masking transition essentially, right, by going in front of the tree and then revealing another clip of my two brothers walking in the forest. However, I then did the same thing right afterwards just to kind of keep the flow going and brought it into a different scene with different color, you know, color patterns in there, whatever the case may be, totally different color scheme. And obviously it looked less seamless. Now, it still looks nice, doing it quick. This, you know, transition lasts not even a second. You know, it still looks really, really clean, don't get me wrong, but 100% a further tactic to shooting to edit would be obviously, you know, transitioning into similar color patterns. Now, this is just one type of thing that you can do when shooting to edit, and this is just one, you know, tactic, if you will. You can also do similar colors. For example, you could start your shot and end your next shot on, you know, a color that's the same. For example, going into a black object, going into the sky where it's a white sky or a blue sky or something, then coming down into the next clip. Also, by just adding movement to your shots. Movement kind of acts as, you know, something that the brain doesn't really know what happened right there. So a lot of the time, the brain kind of just accepts that we're in a new shot right now because some movement happened. For example, this shot on screen, both clips or one clip kind of ends by moving down a little bit, and the next clip starts by coming down from the sky. And if you just put these two clips together, they literally look like they just kind of fall into one another. And, you know, that's literally just being a little bit strategic when you're looking at your clips afterwards and seeing like, all right, cool. This clip here has a bit of movement. This clip over here looks like it completes that movement. Let's put them together. Now it looks like we, on purpose, made some sort of movement effect that brought the one clip into the other one, when really you're just using, you know, kind of the mind, you know, saying, oh, cool, that clip went down. The next clip comes in, coming down. I guess that's, you know, I guess that's together. I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm oversimplifying it, obviously, but that's kind of how the mind works. And also, you can use speed ramps, which effectively, I abused the speed ramps in this Scotland edit that I did because your mind essentially doesn't know what happens when things go too quick, and it just kind of accepts that you're now in a new clip, right? So for example, I'll show some examples on screen. It might be a clip, and then it might just speed into the next clip, where the end of a clip goes to like an extreme speed, and then the beginning of the next clip comes in on an extreme speed and then goes back to slow motion, right? So it just has this quick like zoom, this quick lightning speed effect, right? Where it essentially looks like we've just traveled into the next clip, and really all that's happened is the end of a clip is sped up and the beginning of a new clip is sped up, and we've just cut them together, you know what I mean? Put them next to each other. but it happens so quick that the mind doesn't necessarily see a hard cut because it's not a hard cut. And, you kind of get a much more smooth transition into your next clip from the original clip. And that right there is a little bit of insight on shooting to edit. Behind me right now is the episode number 11 of the Make Money Making Videos podcast. Is currently rendering. It's got 16 minutes and 30 seconds with my man Kieran talking so much videography, knowledge. Amazing episode, hands down. Probably one of the best episodes yet. Really talented dude, Kieran. And that is going to be up by the time you're watching this. So if you're a Make Money Making Videos podcast viewer, audience member, participant, the link is down below to the most recent episode of the Make Money Making Videos podcast. And if you didn't know, that is my podcast. It's pretty self-explanatory. We talk about making money making videos, which is what I do as a full-time job. Thank you guys for watching the video. Have a nice day. I'm the ItsJackCole. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're active every day on everything. Responding to messages. If you want to actually ask me a question, Instagram is the best. I suck at Twitter DMs. It's just natural. It's not natural. Fucking just how it is, all right? Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Take it easy.